Hello, I am ShadowyKorkut, and welcome to an extension of the Shadowy Collective. So, I think I'm feeling a little sad. Maybe I'm sort of stressed by the amount of things I'm supposed to be doing, and I think it gets to a point where I become so overwhelmed by all of it that I end up not doing any of it because I just keep over planning everything and nothing ever gets done. And then I feel like my form of escapism is resorting to a YouTube addiction I have. And then when I get to that point, I end up not doing anything. And I think this is an unhealthy habit. So I'd like to maybe replace it with a healthier one. I've tried going to the gyms multiple times before, but I think it's also kind of like there's so many things you could do at the gym that I feel like I end up getting confused by what to do, or like everything I need to learn that I just end up stopping. But I don't know. I think maybe I've been feeling pretty down recently. And I hear that exercise helps you a lot with your mood. I think maybe I can like blow off steam. I also hear there's like cognitive benefits, I don't know, for studying. In this video, I'd also like to explore nutrition. I think I ate pretty well, but I don't know. I'd like to see if there's any improvements to my diet. I typically end up skipping breakfast and lunch and usually end up just eating dinner, which is really bad because I eat a big dinner when I hear that dinner should be your smallest meal and breakfast should be your biggest. But what I tend to do is I bake chicken. Well, I marinate it first. I cook some quinoa and a bag of frozen vegetables, and I just eat all of that. And I eat that every single day, which doesn't necessarily bother me because if I could, I suppose I wouldn't ever eat again. It's too much of a hassle and it's kind of expensive. I've also noticed that I get less hungry when I'm by myself. Like, for example, when I'm at like a family member's house and they make the food, then I'll eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But maybe it's a thing like being more responsible of yourself. When I do have breakfast, it's usually 3 eggs with some torn up lunch meat. And when I have lunch, it's like whole grain oat bread with some lunch meat and like some spinach or lettuce or something. I also never eat out, and I feel like I do pretty well on snacks because I don't think any unhealthy snacks. However, the reason why I don't is, for example, like my food pantry at school, they'll sometimes give me like some treats or like candy, or but I typically end up eating all of it like all at once. Like if it's a whole bag of candy, it's being eaten within the hour it was given to me. That might be a self-control issue. However, when I go to the supermarket and like I really want to buy like some donuts or a candy or something, I always just think how when I get home, it's going to basically be gone. So what's the point of buying it? So I think like I logically get out of buying unhealthy food. I feel like there could just be some tweaks to my diet, like maybe a bit more variation. But I think what I really want to improve is my physical activity because I don't really do any. When I was younger, I used to be a little bit into it. I was a little stronger, but now I can't even do 1 push-up. I also think that for something like this, I should be putting, I guess, types of goals or reasons to why I want to work out and eat healthy. And I think, like I mentioned, I guess it would be mood, but also I suppose I do want to be stronger. I like the idea of eventually one day when I'm out of school and I can afford my own life, being able to go into like martial arts or like boxing or something. I think that would be pretty cool, like some sort of self-defense kind of stuff. I also really like running, like racing. That's really cool. My issue, I think, is usually endurance. I do think I'm pretty fast, but I'd like to improve my endurance and my speed. And I suppose another aspect would be aesthetics. This is what I look like right now. And dang, I hate that I just showed that, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like what I look like. I don't think I look terrible when I'm looking in the mirror, but when I'm looking at the camera, I don't know. I think I could do better. So I suppose those are going to be my motivators. Also, this video is for up to you to criticize. I would like your opinion on everything I'm doing and what I end up saying at the end of the video that I'm going to be doing. So you can tell me, if anyone ends up watching, if what I'm doing is correct or not. I should maybe add as well that I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't vape, I don't do drugs, I don't know. I'm 5'11" and I weigh about 150 lbs, which I think is average weight for my height. But and I'm also 22, and I'm male, in case you couldn't tell. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and do some research, and I'll come back with what I'm gonna eat. And then, okay, so my criteria for eating is I want it to be cheap, not too hard to make, something I can meal prep, but also something healthy, especially if I'm gonna be working out. And for exercise, I like the idea of going every day, and I know I shouldn't overdo it. However, I think I could start small, like show up for a little bit each day and then just slowly increase it. Like I could have 2 running days and then the rest of them could be some sort of weight. I know people say like, oh, today is my push day and today is my pull day, and I don't know what other days there are. Also, when I was going to the gym a while ago, I wrote these post-its on my wall. I can see them from here. They say, make your routine harder every 4 to 6 weeks, or it will be too easy. Leg weights should be heavier than the ones for arms, because I think from what I understand is that the legs have more muscle than our arms. And then the last one says, guideline, 6 to 12 reps, 3 sets. So I think it's like you should do 6 to 12 repetitions of the same exercise 3 times. And if you can do all 3 sets really easily, then you need to increase the weight. And if you can't, then you need to decrease the weight. And then I guess I'm assuming every time when you keep going, it will eventually be too easy. And then that's when you increase it. And from what I investigated last time, it said 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know if any of this is accurate, so you let me know. Okay, so now I'm gonna go do my research and I'll come back with my findings. Okay, well, hello, I'm back, and it's quite a bit later. So I've done some investigations and I've concluded a couple of things. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think that's fine. I think I decided I want to go to the gym in the mornings at least once a day, even if I don't end up doing much, just to get in the habit. So for what I'm gonna do, I was a little confused. A couple of videos I saw said that you shouldn't try to isolate like muscles and stuff or really do much machines or cables yet. You should focus more on dumbbells because you want to grow a little bit more muscle before you start isolating. I don't want to be like muscular or anything, but I do want to be more athletic. So these are the workouts I ended up concluding I should maybe try and do. Where did I get these from? Well, videos, ChatGPT, and other resources. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I think the whole point is I should just go and I'll learn as I go, because I look at these and I don't know if they're going to be too easy or if they're going to be too hard. So I think I'm just going to have to modify them as I go and not just plan forever. Also, I do want to emphasize all of these are like what I would like to be able to do one day. There's no way I'm going to go from 0 exercise to being able to go every single day at the gym and do all of these exercises. So I think like what I'm going to try to do now is my goal is an hour at the gym, whatever I can do. And I'm not going to be hard with myself if I don't go for an hour, but at least show up to it every day, like even if it's just 5 minutes. Because once it becomes a habit, I think I can like slowly increase how much I can do and also the efficiency of it, because all of these are links. So every time I tap on it, it will take me to YouTube and I can watch the video, which I think will consume a lot of time. But once I know how to do all these exercises, I think I'll be faster. I also don't even know if this is a good goal. Like this is just stuff I just crammed together. And like I guess I'll modify it as I go, and why I'm showing it to YouTube in hopes that maybe someone can give me advice, join my Discord and talk to me perhaps. But I'm sure everything on here will get modified at some point. It's just like an arbitrary goal to have a goal, if that makes sense. I also found out that stretches are very important. So we're gonna go stretch. And after that, I'm going to the gym because I should stretch before and after. Let's go to the stretching area. Welcome to the stretching area. I hate having carpet. Even if I vacuum it, I think it's kind of gross. So I put a blanket. So before we start, I do want to emphasize why I'm interested in doing exercise so much. I recently watched a clip of François Arnaud. Sorry, I don't know his name. where he says that his character is listening to this podcast.
Scott listening to a podcast talking about how bad his game is right now.
That he's like trying to outrun sort of maybe his feelings, frustrations, or what they're saying about him.
So he's like trying to outrun his destructive thoughts. And it was purposeful to ugly run.
And I feel like I can relate to that a lot too, because I used to do that when I was younger. When I was really frustrated, I would just run as fast as I could. There's also the Steven Universe episode that I'm very nostalgic of. And I always think back on it every time I think about doing exercise, which wasn't the point of the episode at all, but it's the way I relate it. So for context, in the show, there's these aliens that look like humans that they can fuse together to make one person. And the main character, he's half human, half alien. And he really wants to be able to fuse, but he has not been able to at this point.
No, I don't think it's just about the dancing. When they fuse, they glow and kind of phase into each other. I don't know if I can even do that.
So then he meets up with his friend Connie, and they're dancing on the beach.
Well, I think it's amazing you were able to dance with them at all. I could never do that.
Huh? What do you mean?
I've never danced in front of anyone before. There was a dance at my school, and I was really excited about it, but I just couldn't bring myself to go. I just couldn't stop thinking about everyone staring at me.
So, what I was trying to say was, come dance with me.
When by surprise, he ends up fusing with a human, which was thought not possible. And Connie, she's very anxious. She doesn't like dancing in front of other people, but she didn't mind doing it in front of Steven.
Steven. Connie! I did it! I'm a fusion.
So once they're fused, they're having a lot of fun. But then they start feeling like alone, even though they're like fused together. For example, they go buy donuts and they buy 2 donuts and they end up saying like, oh, one for me and one for me.
Sweet! 2 donuts. One for me and one for... me. Are you okay? We can stop if you... No. Don't worry.
And then later they get invited to go to a rave, which in their head they think it's a dance party.
Rave tonight?
Like a dance?
Yeah, at the warehouse.
And they're really enjoying themselves. They're dancing all over the place. But then eventually, like maybe Connie's insecurities, they start like overwhelming her.
I thought this was a dance party. Why isn't anyone else dancing?
To the point, it's more like they're sort of paralyzed by all of their thoughts they're like having together, and they can't enjoy dancing anymore. They're like frozen in place.
This is what being cool at a cool dance is, right? This is how it's supposed to be. Why isn't it like it's supposed to be?
And then this one guy starts hitting on them kind of, and is edging them to keep dancing, but they refuse and they don't want to keep going. But like Kevin keeps pushing them a lot.
Hey, baby.
Huh?
It's Kevin time.
I don't understand what's wrong. You have fun dancing, but this dance isn't fun. You're supposed to like this. Why don't we like this? I wish you were here. If we were together, it would be okay. But we are together, and it's not. I'm alone.
Not tonight.
I don't want to dance anymore.
Come back out with me.
Why should I?
Because we're angels walking among garbage people. We're perfect for each other.
How can you say that? You don't even know us.
Don't get crazy.
No one is crazy. I just don't like feeling alone here.
If you're so lonely, then dance with me.
To the point they agree, but like he pushed them to the edge so much that they sort of explode. They like dance all crazy.
Oh, fine. You want to dance? Let's go.
Okay, bring it back, girl. It's 2 kids. I'm out.
It's like they were so frustrated that they let it all out to the point they like unfused. And you can see after once they unfuse, Connie just starts laughing and Steven starts crying but then starts laughing.
We're back.
It's not a laugh of like it was funny, it's more like a laugh of relief. Like they had to get all out of their system, and once they did, they could continue dancing like they were having fun at the start once they got all of their frustration out. And that's sort of one of the reasons why I'm personally interested in doing exercise, because I've never really done it seriously anyway. So I feel when I get frustrated or overwhelmed by all of my ideas and I get frozen and I don't know what to do and I end up not doing anything, I could go do exercise and get rid of all of my like pent up frustration and come back with a fresh mind and enjoy studying or whatever it is I have to do. Just like Connie and Steven did. Okay, that's enough talking. Now let's try and figure out how to stretch.
One of my first go-to stretches for opening up the hips and improving our mobility.
Okay, so the first one is the world's greatest stretch. I watched a couple of people do it on YouTube. It looks a little complicated. So it looks like the guy in the video, I guess you can't really see all that well, but he goes like this. Actually, he has his feet and his hand kind of together. And he pushes the leg out. And then the back leg is stretched. And then... Okay, now the other one. I don't think I did that entirely right, but it's okay. I'll figure it out as I go. The next one is squats. I don't think these are stretches, but that's what my instructions said. Now I'm gonna do like this, and now like this. And then I'm gonna go like this. Okay, that's enough. I kind of feel ridiculous, but I guess it's important. It's actually freezing outside. It's full of snow. So we're gonna go to the dressing room. Okay, hello. So it's dress up time now. So I wanna go in shorts, but I found these pants, which seem to be very comfortable. Look, it's got like a little like a fuzzies. Also, when I'm talking about going to the gym, it's more like the gym at my apartments, if that makes any sense. I just have to walk all the way over there. I'm moving out of here in a couple of months, so like I kind of want to get into the habit of going to the gym and like at least know something before I actually go to the gym with real people, because this one's usually empty. Also have this ginormous like, I don't know, is this a hoodie, a jacket? Gotta zip it up. Okay. I also have this hat I kind of really like because it has like these, I don't know, like earmuffs. I also have this like scarf. I don't know what, like a circle scarf. And of course the fingerless gloves. Perfect, perfect. Now I'm ready. Well, actually, wait, I forgot to show you. I'm taking some wipes, a water bottle, of course. I think this was for motorcycles, but now I'm gonna use it for weights, so you don't get like calluses, you know? And a towel. Whoa, look at all this snow. Gotta follow the footsteps. Whoa. I grew up in Mexico, so I never really got to see snow. This is so much. Look at it. Like look at all of this. And look how perfect it is over here. I'm like all the way deep in. Oh no, I was so adamant to come today. And even though there was a snowstorm, it's not gonna stop me. None of the snow was here yesterday, by the way. It all snowed during the night, which is kind of crazy. Look at that bush. Look here. I'm at the top of the staircase. It is full of snow. I made it. This is what I attempted to do today. And this is all the equipment they have at the gym. Okay, so here is me attempting the standing chest press. I did end up doing 3 sets of 12, and I'm not entirely sure how much it weighed because the weights did not have a marking, but I did 3 of the little blocks. Here's a picture of it. And here I ended up speeding it up a bit. But I mean, obviously I didn't do it that fast. So it was quite difficult, but well, it got a little difficult, I think, here. I did take a little bit of a break between each set. It just edited down quite a bit. So here I end up speeding it up again. And you can see, I think, in my face that it's getting a little harder. I did enjoy it, though. I thought it was pretty fun. I was listening to music. And well, here's my last set. I was starting to get a bit tired. But I had done some of these exercises before. I just had not really gone to the gym and done all of them together, which I sort of achieved. I did fill with a couple, but you'll end up seeing that. Now here, I think you can see my last one. I ended up struggling a little bit to push it, but there we go. Hooray. Okay, so now I'm trying to do the incline dumbbell press. I started with 25 pounds. So there I go. I did that little kick. I saw in a couple of YouTube videos that they said that you should practice doing the kick for when you do heavier weights so that you don't end up injuring yourself later. But I mean, my form might not be the best yet. I mean, I don't really know. I think my elbows might go too low, but I mean, there it goes, sped up. I also think some people might tell me that, well, actually, look here. I end up kind of struggling. It was definitely too hard. I was not going to be able to do the other sets. So I was only able to do 5 out of the 12 I wanted to do. So I switched to 20-pound dumbbells. And there I go attempting it again. And what I was saying was that I know some people might tell me, oh, well, you should get a gym buddy to help you out or like to make sure you're doing it right. But I don't really have any friends, and all of my family basically lives out of the country or is very far away. So I don't know. It's just something I got to figure out alone. Though, I mean, wait, actually here, I also struggled with the weights. So I was only able to do 5 again. I tried again to see if I could do it, which this time I ended up being able to do 10 repetitions. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm putting this out there to the world. Don't you think it would be super cool to be able to look back on this like one day if I become really good? Like, look at me struggling with 20 pounds and then like maybe I'll be able to do a lot more. I don't know. I think I really like memories, I guess. There's the failure again. Trying to get up to 12. And I guess this is like my 4th set, sort of. I don't know. I guess I quit in between too many. So at this point, I think I'm just messing around to see how much I'm able to do. Go, go, go. Until you can't no more. Hooray! I did 7. That was better than 5. And I gave up. Okay, so now I'm attempting the dumbbell overhead press with 15 pounds. And there I go. I mean, also I wanted to share that this whole time I've been listening to music, and I'm also really embarrassed to share my music. I don't think I've ever really shared it with anyone. Like for example, when I'm at a stoplight, I turn it all the way down because I don't want the other cars to hear me. And but there we go, I did 12. So also during my breaks, like all of these cuts, like I was just walking around in between each cut and listening to my music. Specifically, Five Nights at Freddy's music. Yes, I've admitted it. I like it. Here are my top 5 FNAF songs and my top 5 regular songs. Oh, and then here I go back. I put set number 2. You'll see why. But there's my attempt. I mean, it is pretty difficult to do like going to the gym. Maybe I overdid it a bit because I mean, yeah, look at me struggling, but I mean, I guess I managed to do 5 out of the 12, and then set 3 question mark. I end up trying again, but I struggle, of course. Especially during this one. But I always say that you're supposed to get to near failure, right? If you want to improve. So I guess my failure was 7 for 15 pounds. And I turn off the camera. And then I come back. Now this is my set number 4. I mean, I don't know if the other 2 counted, but there we go. Also, I mean, just to mention again, you could join the Discord if you're judging me too much and you could help me out. That would be awesome. But, I mean, I miraculously somehow got the strength to do 12. So, hooray. Okay, so now I'm doing bilateral raise with dumbbells, 15 pounds, but as you can see, I can't go all the way up. So, yeah, I had to end up changing my dumbbells. I did do attempt number 2. I did 12 of them. I realized I wasn't recording with 10 pounds. So then here's set number 2 with another 10 pounds. Also, it was very cold, like outside. As a quick story time, I mentioned that I grew up in Mexico, but when I came to the US, I thought that snow was so cool. I made like this little igloo, and I made a second igloo. Here's a picture of one of them. And when they both melted, wait, now I gotta explain. So here, I started to struggle lifting up the weights, but I was able to do 12, and then I came back to do the set number 3. Okay, so to continue with the story, when both of the igloos melted, I found a penny in the center of both of them, and I thought that was so weird and interesting. I framed it along with the first dollar I ever made, and it's on my wall till this day. Okay, so now, I mean, this was pretty hard. I don't know if I fully did this right. I think I was supposed to like incline a little bit, but I mean, you can do it. Come on. Come on. There we go. And 12. Hooray. Hooray. We're on the 5th and final exercise that I said to myself, which are the tricep ropes press downs. I was here testing out, like, it was still on to 3 from when I was doing the standing chest press. So I felt it was not too heavy, so I put it down. It still wasn't good enough, so I put it even more down. I felt like I could do a little bit more, so then I counted the holes and I said 8. And then perfect, time to start. So I had done these in Mexico once, and a family member told me I was meant to like curl my arm a little bit. I'm not entirely sure if that's how, like, if I'm doing it correctly. I tried to glue my elbows to my body and then just pull it down. But you should also consider it was like super late for me at this point. And I had also not eaten all day, which is very bad. And but I mean, I guess I was sort of going. And I'm gonna get into the nutrition part after all this exercise stuff. I'm pretty sure this video is way longer than I thought. I'm trying to aim for my videos to go around 10 minutes. Oh, and like here I'm struggling. I thought this exercise was gonna be easier, but it got pretty hard. I mean, I still managed a little bit. And then for the last set, oh no, I mean, I also need to learn anatomy, I guess, to learn exactly what muscles I'm doing. I try to do like a variety of different things, like for different days, but you can see me struggling. Yeah, I think it's just I realized that like it was so hard to pull it down, but if I rested a little bit and then I pulled it down, you could see I went all the way down. But if I tried to, yeah, here I'm testing it again, I went all the way down. If I tried to do it right after, it didn't go all the way down. But I mean, I finished. Okay, so this wasn't part of my original plan, but I got curious and I wanted to see if I could do a pull-up, which I proved not to be able to. I really thought I would be able to, but I tried the other way as well. It didn't work. So then I thought it might be my gloves. Or, I mean, yeah. And I was able to get a little bit of a better grip, but it wasn't enough. I really need to try more. Then the other thing I wanted to test out was doing push-ups, because I've never really been able to do them, and I just fell. So trying to get back up, nope. I mean, I was kind of amazed. I don't know. I mean, you see people do it in like movies and stuff all the time. So I didn't think it would be this difficult. I was trying to do the proper form, where it's like your elbows are close to your body, but it just, I was not going upward. Yeah, I mean, I was bending all over the place. Yeah, I don't know. Here you can see me, I was just doing my stretches before leaving. I mean, I don't really know how to do stretches either. I felt kind of ridiculous doing them. It's just like PE high school things I remembered. But yeah. Also, I was there for 2 whole hours, which is kind of crazy. But I do think that time will be lowered once I fully know what to do at the gym, because I feel like a lot of the time I was looking at videos, or it was so difficult I needed like a big break, and I was just walking around. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. It's just it was too long, and I was lost. It's time to go. ShadowyKorkut. My first snowman. Okay, I just got home, and I'm gonna take a shower. I, in fact, did not take a shower. Okay, so I kind of look insane, but it's been over a day, and I shaved. I was thinking about the stretches, and I started to notice how bad I am at them. So I also wanted to demonstrate that, so I could track that progress as well. Okay, so first off is feet touching. That's as close as I can get. It doesn't quite reach. Then I also wanted to show, I thought maybe I could like lean against the wall so it would help me reach my feet. But then I realized my legs don't fully go down. If I go all the way back, like my legs are like, it really hurts. Maybe I'm like super inflexible, but maybe that's something I gotta work on as well. Oh my goodness. Nope. I mean, that really hurts, but I guess I was able to like fully put my leg flat. So maybe if I just sit against a wall and like I can watch YouTube or something and just like sit through the pain every day and then eventually maybe start reaching towards my toes, then I'll be more flexible. That's gonna be my goal. Hello. I also ended up setting this thing up. You can sort of see it here. It's supposed to help me by taking a picture every day over here. I don't know if you've seen those like videos where like people take a picture of themselves every time they go to the gym or like once a month, and then they like compile it so that eventually they can see their progress. That's what I'm gonna do, because then it's motivator, right? Like you don't see instant results, but maybe you won't really notice it unless you like record it in a way. So I want to see if it works. Okay, hello, welcome to Kitchen Moment. So here what we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the diet I'm sort of planning to have. And the reason why I'm planning to is because I think I'm supposed to set intentions. I was watching this Jaden animation clip.
I'll go on a run every other morning. I'll lift weights 3 to 5 days a week. Those are much easier to follow than I'll exercise more. Get out of here with that vague crap. You don't even know what you mean by that. And don't be flaky and say, oh, I missed a week. Oh, I'm hopeless. You're not going to be perfect for a whole year.
And she ends up saying how like, I mean, at least how I took it is that we should set intentions so that we can accomplish things better than if we just vaguely say what we want without fully setting goals, perhaps. So up here, I set up a paper telling me at what time I should eat by, not at what time I should eat at. Like for example, I should eat by 7 a.m. Breakfast, but because then I don't have to be worrying about it's exactly the time. And it's also morning, so we're gonna have breakfast right now. So breakfast is meant to be the biggest meal. So let's see, here's my bowl. Actually, you might see better from here. So then I'm gonna put oats. I have like a lot of oats. I have a whole other thing of this. So we're doing 1/2 of a cup. I also saw that flax seeds are important. I have like a whole other bag of ground flax seeds. I just think I'm gonna add a spoonful of it. Here's a spoon. Next up is the milk. I usually drink 1%. I don't really know if it really matters, but we're doing like a whole cup. Okay, so this is gonna cook in there for 1.5 minutes. All right. Well, I guess you can't see it, but it's out. What's next is I'm thinking of adding 1/2 of a cup of blueberries and an entire banana. Unfortunate, it's not a smoothie. Okay, it's perfect now. Do you see it? Well, actually, I never add this, but while looking through what I should be eating, I bought this a while ago. It's called creatine. Apparently, it's good for your muscles because something of water retention or whatever. There's like side effects, but I guess everything has a side effect. It's actually ultra disgusting. I remember hating drinking this. So then I looked it up and apparently I could just add it to my cereal. And since the blueberries were frozen, it cools down the oats. So I'll just add it in there. So it makes it around and eat it. All right, there's my breakfast. I also think I'm usually gonna try to eat 2 eggs. 3 if I'm ultra hungry, 1 if I'm not as hungry. So we'll see how full I am after this. All right, it's time to make eggs now. Eggs. What I usually do with eggs is I let them boil, and then I let them boil for 12 minutes. So while that's going on, I'm gonna explain what else I'm gonna eat. I feel like this is a pretty big breakfast. I mean, it's no different than what I usually eat. It's just I usually don't eat oatmeal, although I have it because I used to make my smoothies with oatmeal. But I think having it as a breakfast item is now better. For lunch, I was thinking I could have a sandwich with this kind of bread. Disgusting. This kind of meat, I mean, I don't think it's entirely good for you, but I mean, I don't know. It's okay. Some spinach, and then like some whatever random sauce. Like my school food pantry gave me this, and it tastes okay. I looked it up, it's not good for you either, but I mean, what am I gonna do, throw it away? I also got Greek yogurt. I think I could mix it with the blueberries and have that for lunch too, just like on the side, like maybe a cup, half a cup. And then for dinner, I always make chicken. Got like my entire thing of quinoa, frozen vegetables, and I have a bunch of, my food pantry also gives me so many chickpeas, which I could interchange with like normal beans. Oh, I forgot to mention, sometimes I might switch it up for the lunch meat, and I'm thinking I could use like tuna. I've always been told I'm allergic to fish, but I don't think I'm allergic to tuna specifically. And my food pantry just gives me tuna, so like, I mean, it's free. I also think for many people it might sound kind of crazy that I'm okay with eating the same thing every day, but like that's what I've been doing. It's just now I'm adding chickpeas, I'm okay with eating tuna, and I'm having oatmeal for breakfast and less eggs. And I usually skip meals too. Like I'll skip lunch and breakfast and just eat dinner. But I think if I'm gonna start working out, I'll be more hungry. I do have protein powder, whey protein. I think I could use that for smoothies with milk, maybe banana and blueberry. But like specifically for days that I like work out a lot maybe. I don't know. Would it be too much food? Like I don't want to be tracking calories and stuff like that, but I did learn a little bit about it, that if you eat too much calories, then it gets stored as fat. But if you undereat, then you'll lose fat, but that's also not good. My eggs started to boil. Time to set my timer. I guess I'll also go through snacks. These are stuff I eat anyway, but I guess just for like opinions maybe. So I've always got like nuts and stuff. Like these are nuts, more nuts. I think these are dried dates. I mean, my school also gave me that. They're okay, but they're not really good. I do really like raisins. I mean craisins. I also always have apples in my fridge and grapefruit. I mean, I swear they like never go bad in the fridge. Like I can have apples in there forever, but they're still good. Baby carrots as well. I love these. Like when I'm really hungry, these fill me up. I also make popsicles sometimes. These are really old. Like I went to visit my parents in Mexico, and like I mean, I guess they wouldn't go bad. They're pineapple and mango, and I blended them up. It's like I feel like my eating is okay. It's just I need to eat more and not skip my meals. I also think it's pretty not entirely expensive, because it's not like I'm gonna have to buy this, like all the things every time I go to the supermarket, and it's also way cheaper than eating out. Once my eggs are out, I don't add salt to it, so I'm just gonna eat it straight up. And after that, we're gonna learn about freezer burn, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna learn about freezer burn. I figured out online that the reason why, like, do you see how there's like ice on this? Is because this bag wasn't sealed properly. So I guess the more I open the freezer, the more the temperature changes, which somehow affects the water inside of food to come out, especially if things aren't sealed properly because they're in contact with the air, and it ends up looking like this. And from what I understand, to avoid this, you just have to seal it properly in a specific type of bag. I'd also like to experiment with bananas. They're starting to go a little brown, and if they freeze right, I think it would be cool to just buy a bunch of bananas and just keep them in my freezer. Same for blueberries or the chicken I make. I mean, that would make life so much easier. I could just take it out, heat it up, and my food's done. So, I'll be right back with all of the bags. Okay, I'm done. Here's all the blueberries. Here's all of my bananas. And oh my god, look how much chicken I had. So I haven't been putting it in the freezer because I always put them in this Tupperware. But the chicken would sit down here. So then I think now that I know that it was the air that was making it like, because it ended up being so dry and it was like all frosted over. So maybe in a plastic bag that's meant for the freezer that like I've pushed all of the air out, that could help. But yeah, I guess I'm done. Let me know your criticisms. I know this video was like ultra long too, but I just think it's these like first time doing whatever videos that I think are why I'm making them so long. Because I just can't help but think like in the future, like these are the first videos I'm gonna watch to remember like where I started, like with exercise or my studying videos. I don't know. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to myself, you future self. What is it like? It must feel nice to be able to be good at a lot of things when I currently feel like I'm not good at anything. I wonder how long it would have taken me to become really good at stuff. Present day. Present time. All right, well, that was fun, I guess. I hope you have some advice for me. Remember, I have a Discord if you'd like to join and help me out or find people to stay accountable with. Subscribe and like, of course, if you're curious where this will go. I mean, it would help me out a lot. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It's got all of my socials. Okay, bye. I love you.